everyone, it's Ashley and I am here in my Hertz Rent-A-Car. It is a little bit of a rainy day here in Putnam, WV, but that's okay. We have got a guest today that is going to perk you up. Brian Shaw with Hilltree Roastery is going to join us for a car ride to talk a little bit about his coffee roasting business as well as his other job with Advantage Valley. So we're going to talk a little bit about him, a little bit about coffee, and a little bit about economic development and some opportunities there. So let's pick him up. Hey Brian, welcome to Destination Putnam. How are you today?
I am good. I'm good. It's a little rainy, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's okay. We're excited to have you here in Destination Putnam. We're going to travel around Teays Valley and talk about coffee.
Cool.
So
I like it.
Tell us about what led you to talk. What led you to becoming a coffee roaster?
Wow. Okay. So me and at the time I was, and this was just over 5 years ago, I was wrapping up a project in Huntington, and a mutual friend of my now business partner introduced us to each other, and his name's Alec Daly. He was at the time roasting coffee out of his house and out of his oven, which we, in hindsight, we definitely do not recommend anybody trying that.
Oh.
But he was, really interested in the whole process, and then we started talking, and struck up a good friendship, and then the opportunity was there, so we decided to see how much further we could take that, and we started out with doing some pop-ups in a few places in Huntington, and just like he had the roasting part of this down, and I was doing the business part of the of our partnership, and we did a few pop-ups, and it went over really well. And then from there, we've just continued to grow every year and expanded our footprint, and we're in a large portion of Southwest West Virginia, from Williamson to Charleston to Elkview to all the way down to Huntington, and everywhere in between, and even in Wayne. Yeah. And so we have been pretty thankful and done pretty well. And I liked coffee from the start anyway. And so over the years, we bought a bigger roaster, and we've bought an even bigger roaster, and now we both roast coffee. He does all of the pre-roast when we get new origins in. I mean, in 5 years, we've actually imported over beans from over 100 farms.
Oh.
Now, so we just passed that last about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The beans that we import are all small family farm beans, and they're a higher graded quality. So typically, when you buy coffee from a grocery store, coffee's rated like wine, and so the grocery store coffee quality is usually about a 70 to a 75 on a scale to 100. Okay. And the beans that we buy are 85 and up. Oh. So it's more of a specialty coffee. Yeah. And then we roast those to order.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's so much more about coffee that people don't think about, but the quality is, I always tell people, when you have good coffee, you know when you have bad coffee from that point on. That, I think,
makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense. So why don't you tell them a little bit about the special, you were telling me like earlier this week about some that's like roasted with bourbon or something?
Oh yeah. So through one of our connections at the West Virginia W Extension Manufacturing with Jamie Cope and
Jamie
and such, they connected us with Smooth Ambler Spirits out of I believe it's in Greenbrier County.
Yeah.
They sent us a barrel, and the barrel also was from Great Barrel Company in West Virginia. So it's 100% West Virginia. We imported some Brazilian beans this time, and we aged them in the barrel for 30 days.
Yeah.
And it's a whiskey aged coffee. And it's got some really great notes to it, a great smell to it. The barrel was dry, but it was a seasoned barrel, so you can definitely smell the whiskey when you open the barrel. But we put it in there, we keep it agitated over the course of the month, and then we roast it. and we actually just roasted it yesterday. We started pre-selling it last week, and if you go on our site, it's hilltreeroastery.com. You can find it on the front page of our site, and you can learn more about the tasting notes and a little bit more about the farm. That's two things on our website that I wanted to make sure were very important to us. One was making sure you can read about the farm that we get the beans from.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
All of our beans are single origin, so we don't do any kind of a blend. We felt that if we're going to do a blend, then it's kind of hard to promote the farm if you've got 80% from this farm and 10% from this farm and 10% from this other farm, whereas just getting it from all one farm and roasting it that way so you can really taste the coffee as it should be from that particular region, it has been very important to us. And then the other part that we did was we have a support local tab on our website where people can go on that tab and look and find all of the coffee partners that we have.
Yeah.
Those are coffee shops, retailers,
That was going to be my next
food
question.
trucks. Yeah.
My next question was going to kind of segue into that. Was
Okay.
like if somebody wanted to just go and buy some of your coffee, where would they do that?
And we have that sorted by county. So
Oh, good.
depending on
Yeah.
wherever you're at,
Yeah.
what's convenient to you. If you're, there's from Huntington, Nomada, the bakery there at Heritage Station. There's several other places, and all the Drug Emporium, Healthy Life Markets, from Charleston to Barbersville, Patrick Street, and Canal City, and those. Capital Market. There's really a lot. There's more than I can sometimes remember off the top of my head. And we just added a new one in Elkview called
great.
Made at the Cottage.
Cool.
Pretty cool place there.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yep. She was it was B-Box.
She was the B-Box coffee.
Right.
Yeah.
And they've kind of combined that, and we're pretty excited to be there as well. And then soon we'll have our own coffee shop opened up.
Yeah.
And hoping that it's the end of April. It's a process to build out a place. It's there's a lot of things you learn
Totally.
when you're doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot to learn. And on another note, you have like another job also. Just briefly, we'll talk a little bit about that. But Advantage Valley is a partner of Putnam County and in the economic development realm, and Brian also works with them. And so if you want to tell them a little bit about that.
Yes. So the program that I manage is called Faster West Virginia, and through that I'm the director of entrepreneurial development. So we work with people who are looking to start a business. And people who have been in business for typically less than 3 years. And we help them through the entire process of either trying to figure out if your idea is something that you can turn into a business, all the way to growing the business that you've already got. And that includes being able to offer, we have some mini grants, we have some technical assistance grants to help some of the business expenses that you might have, like building a website or working with an accountant to set up QuickBooks. We can pay for some of those costs. And then we also have a revolving loan fund, which is up to $50,000. So one of the things that we see with new businesses is it's really hard to get that bank loan to start a new business, especially if it's in the restaurant space or anything like that. So, or if you just need some equipment to kind of do what you're doing. These are the types of loans that are available that people can take advantage of. And the requirements are a little bit less stringent than what a bank is. So we're able to do a little bit more lending to those people that are looking to start a business that otherwise couldn't have gotten the funding for it.
Awesome. If somebody wants to get a hold of you, how do they do it?
Oh gosh. They can either email me if it's about coffee, it's Brian, Bryan, at hilltreeroastery.com. Or if they would like to, if they need help starting a business or learning more about that or accessing our resources, it's Brian, Bryan, at advantagevalley.com.
Awesome. Thanks for riding along at Destination Putnam. We're excited to have you here with us. Thanks again to our partners at Hertz for the safe and fun ride, as well as our partner at CBI for all of their videography and editing, which clearly is going to happen today. Work. Thank you guys for tuning in to Destination Putnam. We'll see you next week.